Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Abby.
And this is Wildcat Productions.
We begin with examining the impact COVID-19 has had on our seniors and all the senior activities as well.
Due to the ongoing pandemic, the beginning of the school year was fully remote for all high school students. Unfortunately for the senior class, many privileges and extra activities have been taken away caused by the COVID restrictions. Westport High School seniors Jason Bernard, Faith Benavides, and Blaine Shea shared their devastating thoughts about their last year in high school and how they are coping during this upsetting time. They shared downhearted thoughts about the beginning of senior year being taken away.
I feel sad about my senior year not happening, but I understand the circumstances.
To be honest with you, I learned better online, but I do feel bad for the kids that need to have that in-school experience to have an equal learning opportunity, but I do think we need to put everyone's safety first.
I'm honestly very deeply saddened about our senior year being taken away from us, especially because we didn't have the end of a junior year. I wish things were different, and I wish we could have implemented different ways that we could have had a more normal of a senior year so that things didn't happen like this.
Blaine and Faith both find it difficult to get things accomplished in an after-school club virtually.
I do feel like it is a little weird participating in the clubs virtually just because it's like really awkward.
It is definitely harder to accomplish things within the clubs because we're all remote and we don't get to sit next to each other face to face and really talk about what our goals are for this year.
Faith is saddened by the restrictions in place when she is participating in a sport.
Currently, I am not on a specific cheerleading team. I just go to the gym and practice by myself to work for college cheerleading. However, I'm really saddened by the conditions that we have to go through at cheer. Like, a lot of the teams are not allowed to stump together without masks on, and they're doing like these really hardcore routines with masks, and it's just really sad because I know they're struggling a lot.
Even though Faith completed her college search in July, they all unanimously find a struggle with the college process.
So at first I was really struggling with the college application process, but then I started making appointments with the guidance counselors, and we have a really good guidance counselor system here. So they really helped me out.
I am very much struggling with the college application process and all that jazz. It is so hard.
Personally, I am not struggling with the college search and application process because I got all of it done on July 1st. I am currently committed to Oklahoma State University, so I don't have to worry about any of the college stuff. But I do feel really bad for all of my peers who are struggling really hard with the college application process, and I've been doing everything I can to help everybody out with it.
Faith and Blaine shared differing but similar opinions about not being allowed to have pep rally and homecoming.
I feel as if I have a very controversial opinion about not having a homecoming and a pep rally, as I feel that we should be able to still do these things since this is our last year that we'll all be together. However, I wish we could have implemented these things with the COVID-19 regulations so that we could have experienced a homecoming and a pep rally while still following COVID procedures.
I'm really sad about not having the activities seniors are supposed to have, but I understand, and maybe there's like other ways we can do them.
The three seniors are trying to do everything they can to make this year memorable.
To make my senior year a little bit more normal, I invite absolutely anybody who wants to come over to my house to do remote school with us so we can all be together and eat lunch together and just create memories that we won't be able to create without being in school. And I've also been doing a lot of traveling with these low flight prices so that I can make memories during my last year of high school.
So thankfully my club sports didn't get canceled, so I've been doing that. And then other than that, I've just been surfing a lot, but that's pretty much it.
I do remote learning every day with my best friend for like emotional support, and so I have someone to like talk to throughout the day.
Up next, we examine the ways COVID-19 has affected sports in our school system.
Since the pandemic hit, sports have been cut off completely or been altered to fit COVID-19 restrictions. Unfortunately for student athletes, schools around Massachusetts have moved the fall season to an in-between season between winter and spring sports, giving students little to no chance to play in their respected sport. To make up for the missed season, Westport School's athletic director, Jason Pacheco, put in place intramural sports for field hockey, flag football, soccer, and volleyball in hope of giving students a chance to practice and get back into the game before the possible season. Senior field hockey athlete Jenna Carvalho gave uplifting thoughts about intramural sports in their missed season. Jenna is disheartened by the new change to her field hockey season.
I'm pretty disappointed that we can't have a season, but it's honestly not that bad because we do have the club, and that's really good to help us prepare for the spring. And I think it's better for us because then we have more preparation, we can get more players out here, and then we're ready to go, and it's not all last minute if we were to have it in September.
Jenna is pleased with the creation of the new intramural field hockey club at Westport High School.
I have enjoyed it. I think it's really good for us to prepare for the spring. And we're going over a lot of things already, doing skills and just kind of getting back into it. And I think that it's going to help us succeed.
She finds that this new club is beneficial to prepare for her actual senior field hockey season.
I think that having this is so important because I feel like if we didn't, then a lot of players wouldn't even be playing at all in the off season. So this is really important for us and everyone just to get back into it and to get prepared for our spring season.
She feels as if the new COVID precautionary measures does not have an effect on her ability to play field hockey.
Honestly, I don't because, you have to wear your mask, but we've already been doing that since March. So I feel like it's kind of like routine at this point. And as well as just 6 feet apart. Usually in regular practice anyway, we're already basically 6 feet apart. We have the whole field. So to me personally, it's really not a big deal.
Jenna also feels that the weather changing in their actual senior field hockey season will give the athletes an advantage for their future training in the sport.
We have been playing in the rain, in any kind of weather since we started. So I feel like it's not an issue. Plus it's good for us to play in all kinds of weather. It makes us better players. It makes us learn how to play on the different kind of fields with the different weathers better. And I feel like it won't be a problem because as long as we have the mindset and the knowledge and the skill, we should be fine in any kind of weather.
Mrs. Buckless, everyone's favorite librarian, has officially retired after being in the district for 23 years.
In light of Mrs. Buckless's retirement as our school's librarian, Mr. Monist has recently taken over her position.
When I saw it, I it was over the summer, and they had kind of changed the job description a little bit to include more tech support and digital literacy and research aspects of it. And I saw that, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the these are the things I'm passionate about in my job that I'm doing already. And I've kind of always been a connection point between the junior and senior high schools already. And I saw this role as a way for me to kind of build on those skills and take on those extra responsibilities and that really fun role. And then the idea that we're going to be in a new building next year, 5 through 12, of which I have teaching experience all the way down to 5th grade. I was just super excited of the idea of kind of being the point person, being the research specialist, being the hub for the district.
As a result of online learning, Mr. Monist's responsibilities have changed.
So one of the main things that's been so far is a lot of it is staff support, right? So we have a lot of technical needs and technical support that's kind of needed right now. So I'm kind of the go-to person for a lot of staff. So I'm handling technical issues with technology. I'm dealing with materials issues and things of that nature, working with staff in that way. And I've also been kind of outreaching. We're looking into these new programs that are going to be used for portfolio building for students. And I've been kind of working on that, as well as supporting our makerspace, like the future of our makerspace lab, in finding some new tools for that. In addition, I'm also helping with research for our senior project. I'm kind of supporting our senior class teachers right now. And I'm doing some one-on-ones with students for academic support in that way. In addition to physically maintaining the library catalog and updating that. And my goodness, you should have seen this space when we came in August too. So that's kind of, it's a lot of, I like to call it plate spinning, which is what I'm good at.
Last but not least, we took a look at a couple local fitness centers to get a glimpse on how they're dealing with their COVID-19 guidelines.
Businesses didn't know what to expect when COVID-19 hit the states in March of 2020. Sports facilities in both Massachusetts and Rhode Island were forced to shut down and think of new ways to function safely and effectively to prevent the spread of the virus. Both Melanie from Salt Cycle Studios and Caitlin from Teamworks in Somerset used similar tactics to keep their business up and running during the pandemic. Both businesses have been running for a significant amount of time.
We've been open for 15 years.
We've been running for 4 years now.
COVID-19 affected the business and its customers in different ways.
COVID-19 has affected the business because we lost a lot of revenue. We were closed for several months, and it has affected the customers because a lot of customers were scared to come because of the coronavirus.
It's definitely downsized our studio. We used to teach to 27 people, and now we have 8 people in that room. So the size of our classes has shrunk.
To effectively prevent the spread, both facilities have taken great measures to ensure customer safety.
The employees have to wear masks because of the new protocols that we implemented. The kids all have to sit 6 feet apart. We sanitize everything more than we usually would. All of the equipment that the kids touch, we sanitize. We have the kids put hand sanitizer on before they eat anything.
We installed plexiglass barriers. We have 4 HEPA filters up in the ceiling that is just kind of recirculating the air constantly. We've BioShield all of our equipment, which is like this crazy spray that kind of just like takes care of the spread of germs. We are constantly using these hospital grade sanitizers every day, nonstop. It's just constant cleaning and disinfecting.
Even through the tough times, they all managed to create strong and lasting relationships.
Because of less customers coming in, we had to have less staff, and because of that, the staff became a lot closer because we had a lot of time with less people.
I think it's made us stronger instructors, so we've just had to kind of step up our game a little bit with teaching to smaller crowds. There's no place to hide in the room, so it's just kind of strengthened the way that we instruct to you guys.
Melanie's biggest concern is to make sure she can keep everybody safe.
The thing is just making sure that everybody's safe. That's so stressy, is making sure that everybody's health is at the forefront of our procedure. So every time we make a step to make a change, it's always based on, are you guys going to be healthy when you walk in?
Even though they couldn't prepare for what was brought upon us, they decided to make the best out of it and to keep moving forward.
With COVID-19, there's not much you can do to change anything. We did as well as we could with all the precautions that we've been taking, and there's not really much you can do to prepare.
Honestly, I think we did really good. We rode with the strap. There was no way to prepare for what just happened. It was out of nowhere. So based on what we did, I don't think I'd change anything. We did a really good job as a team, kind of going with the flow.